Hello, everybody. Let me get my mic set up a little better here, right in a straight line. This is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan going live. Right now, for me, where I'm at and all, it is 6:08 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you're watching later, you'll know if it's live or not. You might not be able to tell right away. I typically leave these live streams up indefinitely if you have the link, so you don't have to worry about it. If you get the notification, if you get any kind of email about this live streaming, you can watch it anytime. Live is the best, so you can chat, but I leave them up typically for a few hours after. But like I said, if you have the link, I leave it up unlisted, which means you can see it. It just won't be on our homepage any longer, but that shouldn't be a big deal if you already have the notification. So what's up, guys? All right, I'm seeing a lot of our regular familiar faces here, like such as Michael, and is it Jesus or Jesus? Produce Not Pills, Bell, and Mike on Raw, Joyce's Voice, Wim Tofi, Healthy Living, hey, Healthy Living, or Chris Graven Babies. How's it going? Going good here in California. It's hot in California, Jesus or Jesus. It's pretty okay here by the coast, actually. I think it's warmer in central California right now. But yeah, it's been quite pleasant here in SoCal. You know, I got out yesterday morning around noon in overcast weather and exercised outside for like an hour and a half almost, and just fine. Let's see. I bet it's hotter in Illinois. Yeah, Chicago is usually not the greatest weather in the world this time of year. For the Midwest in general is pretty hot and humid. Hey, Veg Matt and Johnny Bravo and Kay. Wim Tofi, I have been creating music for a long time. I don't know if I'm going to create any right now. I'm here to chat with y'all right now, but yeah, I'm always in some kind of state of making music, that's for sure. Zero Say, Kingston, Jamaica, cool. Our first international viewer of the evening. Well, we've been on like barely 2 minutes here. Awesome. Oh, Inland Empire, 90 degrees. Yeah, this is the time of year. If you're not by the coast in California, it gets pretty friggin' hot for sure. Yeah, that's one reason why I was really gung-ho to live by the coast, because I am a heat wimp. I just kind of fall apart, and all that stuff they say about vegans having brain fog, which is totally untrue, but that's kind of me when the weather's kind of hot. I just kind of fall apart a little bit. Hey, Tin Man Adonis, what is up? Heartedly, Tin Man Adonis. Hot right now in Puerto Rico, Jose. Right on. 9 p.m. Yeah, I remember the few times I've been to the near the Caribbean coast. I was in the Yucatan a long time ago. And I remember it was so hot in the day, and then the evenings seemed like they were more humid too. So yeah, there was really no relief. Produce Not Pills wants to know if I was able to get my favorite fruit of all time, cherries, fresh, local, ripe cherries here from California. And yeah, I've been getting them the past few weeks. Last week they didn't have any. They said they'd probably have one more batch this week as well. But yeah, I've been getting pretty good cherries for the past, I don't know, month and a half or something like that. Pretty good. Let's see, Jake Pitcher, a fellow basketball player. What's my 3-point percentage? Greetings from Australia. I have no idea what my 3-point percentage is. You know what I mean? I've never played in a league where they track 3-point stats. They just track like basic stats like points, rebounds, assists, stuff like that. So I have no idea, and it depends. Is someone guarding me, or do I have like just free shots at it or something like that? In fact, I was just sort of playing basketball yesterday. I was training out here on a basketball court. I'll probably put this in a vlog. I'm realizing that things aren't going to really the virus is going to be with us for a while. We're not going to have like real basketball courts to play on here for a while. So I went to one of the local like playgrounds, if you will, and they have the rims down, but I still can use the courts to run up and down and jump and shoot off the backboard and stuff like that, just to get those muscles moving again, get them really activated. I even did some kind of dunking simulation, just trying to get up high on the backboard and just bang the ball off of it above where the rim would be. So I think I'm ready to maybe start working on dunking right now, because that's kind of socially distanced. I don't need people to work on that. So all I need is a rim that hasn't been taken down yet, and those are kind of hard to find. So anyway, cool. We got another hooper here. Well, Angie joined me. I don't know. I'm not sure if she's got her makeup and stuff on right now. She's been working on a few projects today. Um, okay. We are cool again. We are good. Sorry about that. We're good. All good. It's working again. I know there's a little time delay. 1 second. All right, are you guys here? Friggin' computers. All right, hopefully it's all good now. Some days are just not as good as others, so we'll see how we roll today. Oh well, we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. So I totally don't remember what we were talking about a second ago. I hate technical problems. They totally throw everything off. So anyway, hey, JH, Sydney, Australia, just ran a half marathon. Wow, good for you, man. Or woman, I can't tell right there, but cool, good going. I haven't ran 13.1 miles in quite a few years, but I haven't been training for that. So, that's cool, awesome. Cool, I'm glad you're saying my connection looks solid now. I think I knew what was wrong. I'm not sure, it's just a button I had to hit, and hopefully it's all good now. All right, so anyway. Camera seems to be focusing weird. That I probably can't control. It's the autofocus on the camera here. So anyway, let's get back to any questions here. It's been a weird week in veganism, John Venus and all that nonsense. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Like I said, I really don't really want to talk too much more about him in a video, but we can chat here, I guess one point I always keep forgetting to make in my John Venus videos is that, it's like, if anyone wants to quit veganism, that's their decision, I mean, sure, we don't have to be excited about it or enthusiastic or positive about it. That's, I understand that, but to leave in such a way that you become an anti-vegan, that's what really pisses me off, hearing all these like anti-vegan arguments coming from him and others that quit. Just if you want to leave, go, that's cool, but you don't have to like throw veganism under the bus and all of a sudden say, hey, veganism is deficient and veganism makes you tired or whatever, all the crazy stuff and combine harvester arguments and stuff like that. Yeah, now moral relativism, just they throw that out. It's just, how come you weren't saying this stuff a year ago? How come all of a sudden now you're conveniently pulling out these anti-vegan arguments? So, a lot of these pro-meat people come in the comments and say, hey, you guys are just a cult trying to control people. But it's like, no, if John wants to quit, totally fine. He can quit vegan. If anyone quits veganism, totally cool. Like I said, I won't be excited about it, but that's their decision. But it's not their right to throw veganism under the bus, and that's why people are responding. And John's just playing victim. Have you seen his a new video, which I'm not going to respond to? I was watching Hench Herbivore respond to it, and John is playing the victim, saying the vegans are being really mean to him and saying all these horrible things. Just playing the victim. And how the community is toxic, and he's more convinced now than ever that he should eat all this meat because vegans are so bad. Whatever, again, throwing veganism under the bus, I mean, he had to understand he would upset some people. I'm sure 90+% of his followers were vegans or plant-based or something like that. So, it's like, it's not a surprise what's happening, but I haven't seen too many of the responders like myself, say anything that was unfair. We all seem to notice the same exact things. They were glaringly obvious things that were wrong what he was doing, like saying that he's not sure if it's necessary for optimal health. Now he thinks most people, if not all people, need to eat animal products. Like, what? How are you convinced about that? Show one tiny shred of evidence. Don't just throw veganism under the bus. Like I said, if he wants to leave and quit forever, fine, cool, walk away, cool. But don't degrade the name of veganism to make yourself look better or feel better or get more popular or get media attention or what have you. So anyway, that's my whole thoughts about that. I never really talked about this in one of my videos. I should have. I just keep forgetting. I guess I'm so pissed off and frustrated when I get to the end of my videos that I forget this whole thing. I want to say, yeah, he can quit. Anyone can leave. Anyone can do what they want, but they don't have to be a dick about it and throw the diet, the movement that they were a part of for so many years under the bus, because it suits them now to throw them under the bus. Just leave. I'm saying it's easy to leave without throwing someone or something under the bus, right? You know, you can leave your job and not, like, you know, make a call out video if you hated your boss or something like that. You could. That makes you kind of more of a dick, though. Let's see what he's saying here, guys. John Venus said Dr. Greger and Neil Bernard are aggressive and so never listened to them. I mean, aggressive? Are you kidding me? These are some of the most gentle men in the world. I met Dr. Neil Bernard once before. He's a sweet, gentle man. I mean, aggressive? What is he talking about? Like, say, Vegan Gains? That's aggressive, okay? But to say those two doctors are aggressive is complete nonsense. Again, just making crap up, flat out lying. That's what pisses me off, is lying. And all the stuff he's been saying. Now, if he's saying that Dr. Greger and Neil Bernard are aggressive, lying. I've never heard anyone in my entire life say that either of those guys are aggressive. I've heard some bad things said about them, but never aggressive or too aggressive. That's crazy. Those guys, I've never heard them say a bad thing about a single person ever. Not once. What's that, Jorge Fruit? You just think he's butthurt about the fact that many vegans don't want to be friends with him anymore when he stopped being plant-based for the first time. I mean, what? Yeah, I forgot. I didn't even see. People think I'm trying to capitalize off this John Venus situation. I didn't even make any videos about him in the past when he said I'm not. When he's talking about he's plant-based, he's not vegan anymore. I didn't even think I made a video about the egg situation either. I can't remember. I definitely didn't make a video about him saying that he doesn't want to be identified with the word vegan. See, I don't really care. I don't follow him. But anyway, let's see. Let's see. What else you guys saying here? Neil Bernard. What are you saying there, Mona? Neil Bernard is a compassionate doctor and passionate about his ideas. Yeah, I've never seen him be aggressive. That is just complete nonsense. Like, you know, the carnivore doctors are gentle, sweet angels from heaven. You know, not even. Those are some of the most like aggressive narcissists in the world. You know, I'm sure he's relating more to them now, is what I'm saying. You know, so talk about being a hypocrite. Anyone who Mike on Raw, anyone who uses multiple syllables in their words is too aggressive for John. Maybe, meaning, you know, big words are kind of scary for John. He interprets like intellectualism with aggressiveness or something like that. Hey, Big Scroll Nuts, how's it going? Yeah, Johnny Bravo, cool. Yeah, I don't really pay any attention to him, and you know, I can't say I've watched more than like 2 or 3 John Venus videos before, like, you know, a couple weeks ago. Just don't care, you know, like, what does he have to offer me? Nothing, you know. I mean, if he offers something to other people, cool, but, you know, I don't watch a John Venus video, go, wow, I totally relate, and I want to follow this brilliant man, or anything like that, you know. Let's see. Oh, Dr. Z, is that what you're talking about? My aggressive meat-eating doctors? I was actually referring to a couple carnivore-specific doctors, but Z-Dog, yeah, he's aggressive. He's like, you know, slandering Rich Roll and others on his review of What the Health. Z-Dog, if you're a long-time viewer of our channel, you know who I'm talking about. Hey, Leia, how's it going there, Leia? Let's see. For Stylist Mask, what would you get? Actually, God, one of these companies that makes merchandise for like YouTube people like us reached out to us for a mask, and we actually have a Happy Healthy Vegan mask now. Angie's got it. I don't have it yet. They're sending us a second mask. I'm not sure if they're sending me a second Happy Healthy Vegan mask, or I was having them try to make us a mask that just said vegan, and I'm waiting on this before we show it to you guys. But that'd be my stylish mask. Walk around letting people know you're vegan, or even a Happy Healthy Vegan. So I'll let you guys know when we get those, you know, when we have it. I guess they gave us a link to start sharing it with you guys, but I want to see what the second mask looks like. So anyway, oh, classic. Ashley, you can have some potato logs right now. Oh gosh, that actually sounds pretty good right now. I guess I'm a little hungrier than I thought. Mike on Raw. Disney is shipping out their masks now. See, I got pissed off at Disney. I remember when they put their masks on order a couple months ago. We really needed some. I didn't realize it was like a pre-order. You'd have to wait till like July to get them. So I canceled that mask order. So, they look cool and all, but, I was just kind of pissed that, they're just kind of, they didn't really make it clear that, give us your money now and we'll send you a mask in July. Like, no, we need masks now. The pandemic's not waiting until July. We need some now. What do you do to deal with the excess of fiber? That's kind of a loaded question, assuming there is an excess of fiber. I mean, do vegans have an excess of fiber? I've shown studies here many times on our videos that non-vegans, just your average Americans, over 95% of your average Americans are fiber deficient in their diet. So I guess you'd be asking them what do they do? I mean, we just have many easy, plentiful, untroubled bowel movements. So that's, I guess, to answer your question, that's it. You just poop, nothing really extra to do in life than poop. No, Nala, I should make a video. Mike, I think the vegan already did a video debunking Pam Popper, who I actually invited to come on this show and have a debate because I know she's anti-mask. No, masks do everything, and they're not bad for your health. If they were, how come all our medical doctors and nurses and health professionals and dentists and surgeons, and I see emergency medical technicians and first responders have been wearing masks? How come they're not like sick and dying and unhealthy? And doctors have been wearing masks for decades. So that's complete hogwash. And secondly, there's several now studies that have shown that mask wearing reduces virus transmission about 75-80%. So that's just complete nonsense. You can believe Pam Popper, who's too afraid to come on here on a live stream and defend her position because she knows it's complete crap. So anyway, you guys can try to persuade her to come back, but she just totally chickened out. Let's see, what else you guys asking about here? Yeah, excess fiber is a bonus of veganism, Benjamin. Yeah, it's not a problem to be able to poop and fiber is not a problem. I guess there are ways. I mean, if you just ate like junk food vegan, I guess you could not get enough fiber perhaps. But if you're eating whole food plants, yeah, no, we don't even think about fiber. It's just a non-issue. Yeah, construction industry wears masks. I had some masks from the hardware store for sanding to originally get started through this. So yeah, mask wearing is a part of everyday life, especially for some professions. So all of a sudden now, we're supposed to ignore that all these professions have been wearing masks daily for years, and now we're supposed to believe that they will kill you. It's just complete nonsense. It's being perpetuated by Russian propaganda, the far right fundamentalist types. If you actually look at science, masks don't really do anything bad for you. They might raise your heart rate a couple beats per minute, but nothing that would make you unhealthy. Do I have plans to run for office again? Probably not, Aaron. It's a lot of work, and now I see it's a lot of money. That's really what wins elections, even on local elections here. And not to get too political again, but you asked a political question. It's really, talking about defunding the police. It's truly the police department who elects, who picks who wins for city council, because they take their near infinite monies that they have and give it to the candidate they want. Right now in Long Beach, all of our sitting city council members have received enormous contributions from the police, like well in excess of $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. Like right now in our race, one of the two candidates has received at least $50,000 from the police department. So yeah, police shouldn't have that much power. I mean, the people should be able to select who they want. Why do the police get to select people who are going to perpetuate their power in forever? It's just endless loop. So anyway, Race, I know you have a different opinion of masks and all that stuff, but the science is what it says. Like I said, I invited Pam Popper to come on here and debate this position about mask versus no mask. She completely chickened out because she knows. Because I told her I wanted to approach her from an evidence-based perspective and try to get to the truth of the matter. Because I know some people like Race and others are anti-mask and others are like, why aren't more people wearing masks? So I invited her on in that scenario to get her on here, and once she knew it was evidence-based, she said no way. So yeah, if you believe it's a choice for you to slow, I mean, look at what's been happening. Like in the United States, we have more cases of coronavirus per day now. Already ICUs are starting to become near capacity in a few states once again. So I mean, it's all up to you. If you want to like try to make this not as bad as possible, be able to reopen up our economies rather than like today, Florida and Texas halted the reopenings of their economy, shut down bars from opening again. If you want to actually be able to have some kind of life and economy, mask wearing is absolutely essential. And anyone who disagrees with that, they have an opinion. You have that right to that, but it's not backed by science. You can say you're doing the devil's business or whatever, you're wearing a mask, whatever, but that's not backed by science. So anyway, it's not a pandemic. Nala. It's not. I mean, this is crazy. Like, how did all the governments across the globe get in cahoots with each other, and then also get all the doctors of the world in cahoots with each other? Like, for what purpose? Who's going to gain what? This is nuts. Mitzi Mimi just graduated as a registered holistic nutritionist, the only vegan in your graduating class. And I'll start with a few YouTubers like ourselves helping you get started. So thank you. It means a lot. That's why we do this, to get more people to understand that vegan diets are great not only for yourselves health-wise, but great for the benefit of the planet, and needless to say, the benefit of not having to kill animals. So cool. I'm with you. Get the knife. Just wear a mask. If doctors can wear a mask for multiple hours a day, I was able to wear a mask as I stood in line at my bank today for like 4.5, 5 minutes. It's no big deal, I'm sure I didn't build up any disease or anything wearing a mask, It's not a big deal, So you can put on a mask for 20, 30 minutes when you go to the market, take it off as soon as you come out. It's not a big deal. You're protecting the workers. So a lot of people that are anti-mask are kind of just more thinking about themselves, It's like, no. You're stopping the spread to others. So people have to work in these jobs. So how many people are they interfacing with on a daily basis who could cough, spread viruses in their indoor environment? So you're doing it so that we have people to serve us, to keep selling you things that you're trying to buy, be it a supermarket or restaurant or the post office, the bank like I went to today. It's really not that hard to put on a mask for a short amount of time. It really doesn't take away your freedom as an American or something like that. Jeez. Masks aren't necessary. Well, they reduce the spread of coronavirus by about 75 to 80%. So you can debate if that's necessary or not, but not wearing a mask reduces it by 0%. So I'd rather take 75 versus 0. Yes, I did reach out to Pam Popper. Yeah, we had a little email conversation going, and ultimately she declined when she learned it would be an objective, open-minded discussion about the evidence, the pros and cons of mask wearing. And I reached out to her specifically because so many vegans selectively chose to follow what she said because she's a vegan, but selectively chose to ignore, like, say, what Dr. Garth Davis has been saying and Neil Bernard has been saying. In fact, Pam Popper is part of the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, PCRM. If you go to their very site, they show the PCRM people at events wearing masks. They're socially distanced. But, she seems to not want to follow what her organizations do. Anyway, I invited her on, and I'll just say, she respectfully chickened out once she realized this was going to be an evidence-based discussion. Which Nanamu are you going to get, Jorge? I don't know, whatever best one you find at the store. Like I said, usually at most markets, they just have a few kind of more basic flavors. But if you can find a more exciting flavor beyond like vanilla, chocolate, stuff like that, go for it. Hey, Tracy. What is up, Tracy? Good to see you. Yeah, I've never really heard of Pam Popper either until this year. I guess she's kind of a favorite amongst some of the more radical vegans, the ones that kind of lean towards, I don't know why, ones that lean towards, the ones at least were telling me, typically, not all, but these vegans that were telling me about her a few months ago were ones that were leaning towards like fruitarianism, raw stuff like that. I didn't hear too many like just kind of mainstream vegans talking about her. Race Lover, please, no anti-mask stuff here. I'm going with the medical science that shows that mask. Show me science that disproves that mask wearing does not reduce virus transmission by around 75%. That's why masks are helpful. If you don't want to wear a mask, fine, just that's your belief. But when you go into a place where there's workers who need to live and be there 8 hours a day, you're doing it so that they don't get potentially exposed because of your particularly radical belief. That's all there is to it. So anyway, I wasn't trying to turn this into a mask discussion or pro or anti-mask discussion. I was really hoping to have that with Dr. I guess she's a Dr. Pam Popper. So she wouldn't she wouldn't bite on it. So bite on it doesn't sound right. She didn't want to participate. So I'm working on getting someone else. So I'll let you know if that happens. So that's my plan. I'm still not done in this quest to find an anti-mask vegan doctor. Not too many of them to find, so I'm trying my best. Um, all right, so what else you guys asking about here? What is forced mask, Race Lover? No, I'm not wearing a mask right now. I've been walking around my neighborhood, without a mask, like taking my trash out. It's when I go places, when I go into stores, when I go into businesses like the post office. The employees are wearing masks. The customers are wearing masks. It's just how it's working right now. It's when I leave the post office, I'll take my mask off. It's not a big deal. I don't sit there with the mask on. I go, oh my God, my personal freedom is being destroyed. Oh my God, just on for like 5-10 minutes, however long the line is, and gone. It's no big deal. I don't know why people are so freaked out about wearing a mask for a couple minutes a few times a day. It's really not that big of an imposition considering there's a global pandemic that's killed over 120,000 Americans, at least in like 4 months. It's not just like the flu. When's the last, put this in perspective, the last time we had a flu that killed this amount of Americans, you have to go back to 1918. That was another pandemic. Race, this has nothing to do with religion or Sharia law. This has to do with trying to help in the situation that we're in right now, of it here in the United States, particularly an out of control pandemic compared to say like the European Union or South Korea or Japan, who these countries who have been much better about containment, tracing, and mask wearing, doing all the stuff that basically we're not doing here. So that's what it's all about. It has nothing to do with Sharia law. It has to do with trying to help out right now. I mean, what's the opposite? Just don't give a F and just walk around. Let everyone just walk around maskless and just let it get as bad as possible. Screw social distancing too. Anyway, so let's move on from masks. We can get back to John Venus, a more pleasant topic. Like, what a great human being John Venus is. As in doing the vegan world a great service by quitting vegan and then telling the whole world how horrible vegan diets are and how horrible the vegan people are, how we're a toxic community, how the diet is deficient. Children shouldn't be vegan because they'll end up dead. And even adults, all adults need to eat meat now. I mean, isn't John Venus a wonderful person? Huh? Let's talk about what a great guy is. Like I said earlier, if he just wanted to leave veganism, awesome. You know, cool. Leave, but don't throw it under the bus as you leave. Just leave and say, hey, I've moved on to something else. I'm on a new phase of life, and you know, I'm doing it. But he doesn't have to like throw it all in the bus and say the movement sucks, the people suck, the diet's deficient, and all this nonsense. That's why people are pissed off at him. You know, that's why we're making response videos. You know, just making up all these lies. Hey, Timothy S. Thank you. First super chat tip of the day. Thanks, Timothy S. Yeah, I haven't plugged my Twitter yet, Timothy. So if you haven't already, go down. I think I'm just 5 followers away now from having 5,000 followers on Twitter. So go down to our Twitter at Ryan Lum, Happy Healthy Vegan. You'll see a shout out to you, Timothy. And cool, thanks for all the great content over the months and years, actually, worth every penny. Cool, thank you so much, Timothy. Appreciate it so much, especially myself and relatively being a smaller YouTube channel. We're not that big. We're not some, like, you know, we don't get millions of views or hundreds of thousands of views on our videos. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. So yeah, if you want to ask anything else there, Timothy, that's cool. But if you just want to express gratitude, we'll take it. Awesome. Let's see. What do you think, Leah, about John? There's something wrong with that guy. There's no way he transitioned back to meat that fast. He has been eating meat for a while. Probably so. I mean, think about it. If he's making a video entitled "Why I'm No Longer Vegan," I mean, it's not like he is saying he will soon be no longer vegan. I'm sure he's describing his past, and he's so not transparent, so he never said exactly. I didn't hear any kind of timeline of when or anything like that. So yeah, it's a pretty safe bet. He hasn't been vegan for a while now. How long? We don't know. Don't know. But yeah, it's a pretty safe bet for sure. Log A. Birch, am I scared of bugs or any other animals? Well, bugs aren't animals, but I can't think of anything that I'm particularly scared of right now or anything like that. Let's see, John talks like he's working for the animal product industry. Oh yeah, right, he is. Well, mark my words, you know, this happened to other people who were vegan and left because they thought it was wrecking their health. I bet you $5, guys. We'll see within a year, John will have some kind of meat sponsorship, like Butcher Box or something like that. It just seems like these are the people that get targeted, you know, by companies like that. Bugs aren't animals. Technically not. They are insects. Yeah, John, as I've heard, John is trying to get mainstream media attention, like Vegan Atheist is talking about. Is his goal trying to get on Joe Rogan? Yeah, Joe Rogan replied to him, of course, right? You know, Mr. Anti-Vegan himself, you know. So anyway, yeah, it's got to be a career move for sure. Ray Sliver, I thought we've moved on from viruses and vaccines and all that stuff and 5G, Bill Gates, microchip stuff. Let's move on from that. I'm just frustrated seeing that all day in the news, and I just don't want to really get frustrated again here, so please. Yeah, I've heard about John Venus's vegan protein company not working with him anymore. He found one that's not, one that has whey protein, you know, dairy products. So yeah, maybe that's part of the move too. Who knows? But I really think, as most people speculate, you know, this has more to do as a business move, and he's trying to leverage as much out of this "I'm quitting vegan" thing as he possibly can. Try to get as much promotion and press as he can right now. Yeah, get on Joe Rogan. That would be the ultimate, you know, goal, I'm sure. Cynthia Marin, do I have problems with my hair or anything else? I'm not sure what you're getting at. Like, my hair gets a little dry sometimes, maybe, if that's what you're wondering. Why does my camera keep focusing weird? That sucks. Huh. Don't see anything different. Anyway, my hair gets a little dry, but that's about it. But I think it's because I haven't cut it in so long. I notice when I cut it, you know, it helps with the ends, which get dry, and it helps the health of the entire hair. But yeah, that's about it. You know, I'm 52. I'm not supposed to have that much hair left, I think, but it still keeps growing. So let's see what else talking about here. Yeah, Joe Rogan, Vegan Atheist, is an ambassador for ButcherBox. So I'm sure, yeah, John would love to follow in the footsteps of him. Hey, Julia too. Wow. Thank you so much. Both you and Timothy. Thanks so much for your really super generous super chat tips there. Much appreciated. And it's cool. I mean, you guys are just expressing gratitude. You're not trying to get a question in my face to get answered, which you don't have to do, guys, or anything like that. But thanks so much. And Julia, and everyone too. Julia, go to my Twitter at Ryan Lum. See right there at Ryan Lum, Happy Healthy Vegan. And there's a shout out thanking you for your generous tip there. And everyone, go there and follow me on Twitter because I'm so close. Let me see how far away. I was like just like five guys shy of 5,000 followers. So I'm 3 followers away. I'm at 4,997. So if anyone wants to help me get 5,000 followers on Twitter, that would be cool. So go there at Ryan Lum on Twitter. Help me get over this 5,000 hump. I was so close after the last live stream, and then a lot of people stopped following me after. I don't think they stopped following me. My account got started like 10 years ago. I think a lot of these are people's accounts that are no more or something like that. Anyway, I want to build it up with people who are following me now as vegans. So please follow me there. Thanks for the link, Ray. See, there's a good thing to do. I'm glad we're off the whole mask, Bill Gates stuff and all that. Awesome. All right. So help me be 5,000 followers strong. Let me click it. See if anyone came over. Let me refresh my feed here. Nope, no one came. Come on, guys. I need 3 more followers on Twitter. Just 3 followers, and I'll have 5,000. I felt like, yeah, it's Angie's out there. Heard her through the door. I sound like one of those PBS fund drives. Just, give us $3 more and we'll have our goal met to bring you. My favorite vegan meal. I don't know, Rosa. I really don't know what my favorite vegan meal is. I don't know. I mean, there's just so much good food, especially when you live with Angie, So it's really, everything she makes is a really good vegan meal. Let them know what the
Ever's on the Apple
and iTunes. If anyone happens to be a follower of my old band Love Spirals Downwards, we remastered the 3rd album ever. That's one thing I've been doing the past few months. It came out a couple weeks ago. We've been selling it on Bandcamp, lovespiralsdownwards.bandcamp.com. But now, if you guys don't want to buy it and own the tracks, it's on streaming media now. Now you can listen to it on Spotify and Apple Music.
I think it's on Spotify now.
No, yeah, Spotify soon. Yeah, it's on Apple Music. And where? And iTunes.
Yeah.
Okay, and coming soon to Spotify. So that's my old band. It's from 1996, the 3rd of 4 albums ever. And Angie's been working on that behind the scenes, getting all up there.
Yeah, I just updated your website.
Oh, wow, she just redid the website too, she's telling me.
Put a new news up, and I notified a shoegaze DJ.
You told the shoegaze DJ about it? Awesome. Shoegaze Collective. Oh, yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I remember that name.
And I'm going to try to make a pie real quick.
All right, cool. All right. So, what else is going on? Is Angie going to cut my hair again? Probably, because I don't know anyone else or trust anyone else to cut my hair. So yeah, I'll just have to stop what we're doing and give me a haircut, because yeah, it's getting pretty dry on the ends. But this is what happens when my hair is really long too. It gets dry on the ends. Anyway. Sergio, no, I don't follow a specific school of Buddhist thought. I just kind of follow more like what Buddha taught. I don't follow Theravada or whatever. I just kind of just look at what Buddha did and his teachings before it became more complicated. I have 1 more to go on Twitter. Let me check out my Twitter, see where I'm at. How many do I got? I have 5,000 followers. Thank you, guys. I got 5,000 until some old follower from 12 years ago quits or something like that. But thank you so much, guys. Thank you. If you want to keep going, we'll keep going. But I got my 5,000th Twitterer follower. Cool. Yeah, Kika, I heard about Disneyland and Disney World. They're going to change the Splash Mountain stuff. It's as much as I support the cause and the spirit. There was nothing politically incorrect or racist about the way the ride is right now. There's nothing about it. It's really cute and charming. So anyway, though, yeah, I did hear about that. I got another Twitter follower. Let me see. Let me go refresh my Twitter. Let's see. 5,000. Still at 5,000, but that's cool. I'll take it. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thank you. But yeah, if you want to get me up and higher over 5,000, because I'm sure I'll lose a few of my old followers from like 12 years ago. Anyway, it's there at Ryan Lum, Happy Healthy Vegan, and I post on there pretty much every day. I'm retweeting stuff, commenting. So yeah, I'm pretty active on Twitter. It's something I got into in 2020. I'm liking it because I'm leaving Facebook basically. I barely hang out on Facebook. Not that I spent much time on it anymore, but I'm just really over Facebook and Zuckerberg, and Twitter is the lesser of the two evils for me. Let's see. Pandora. Shouldn't be on Pandora right now. That girl Queen Zoms. No, I mean we do have our band Love Spirals. I think most of our albums are on Pandora, but this new one from Love Spirals downwards, not yet. Julia 2, my favorite Pat Metheny album. It's an older one from the 70s. I believe it's called New Chautauqua. Check that one out. He's got 100 billion albums. He's for jazz, pretty famous, internationally known American jazz guitarist. So yeah, I got the honor of being able to see him play once live before. Incredible experience. But yeah, New Chautauqua. Check that out. Very kind of moody, atmospheric record for him. Doesn't really sound like straight up jazz that much. In fact, thanks for reminding me about that record. I haven't heard that in a long time. I remember loving it a lot. So maybe I'll put it on tonight. I don't wear anything for mosquitoes. We really don't have mosquito problems out here. Let's see. Do I farm or grow garden veggies? Yeah, we do a little bit. Not enough to like sustain ourselves, but we have kind of perpetually in this one part of our garden. It keeps kind of reseeding itself. Some kale and some Swiss chard. And recently we bought a few heirloom tomatoes and put them into cloth pots. So we'll see how that works out. But yeah, a little tiny bit of gardening. Cool, Johnny, you gave me another follower on Twitter. Awesome. Let's see where I'm at now. Let's see if I got 5,001 or more. Let's see. 5,001. That's you, Johnny. You're my 5,001st follower on Twitter. So cool. Thank you. Awesome. Cool, Julia. Have you heard of New Chautauqua from Pat Metheny? Just curious, since you asked the Pat Metheny question. Let me know if you've heard that one. If not, just check it out if you like some more chill, moody stuff. Let's see, Fruitify. Once Corona settles down, if you fly out from North Carolina, will I play you one-on-one basketball? You're 51 and 4 years vegan. Yeah, definitely, Fruitify. Did I get your name? Fruitify. Definitely, but keep your game, keep practicing, because I'm not a easy opponent for sure. That's my specialty in basketball is one-on-one. I love playing one-on-one. Hopefully you guys have seen some of my one-on-one basketball videos I've been putting up before coronavirus hit. I enjoy playing one-on-one a lot. I think I really get to use my strengths there, and I really get to use I don't know, I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, come out and play. We'll find a place to play for sure. In fact, there's this outdoor court that I've been going to for a while now. The rim's gone, but I could still do lots of work on the court. In fact, you don't really need to play basketball to work on your basketball game. There's all sorts of other things you can be doing off court. So that's what I've been doing, just kind of getting the legs back together. And so yeah, I should have a video about this next week, I think. I shot some footage yesterday. Trying to figure out exactly how to make a video out of it. Let's see. So yes, fly out. We'll play basketball. That's cool. Let's see. Action. You're starting your backyard garden again. What's good to plant? Yeah, sounds cool. Yeah, kale, spinach, stuff like that. Yeah. Hopefully you got enough sunlight for the greens. But yeah, cool. Banana peppers are great. I've never grown banana peppers. But yeah, it depends where you're at, your growing zone, as Tracy points out, and how much sunlight the area that you're growing in receives. Is it shaded half the day like most of my areas are, or not? Best place I traveled to before? I don't know. I have to think about that. I don't know. Not sure. Um, let's see. Let's have some fun with Ryan Lum. That's a cool motto. I guess I could put that on the top of my live streams. I guess it could be the title of my live streams. Um, let's see. Darth Vader. Yeah, I don't want to talk about masks again. It just got into too much of a discussion that I didn't want us to get into. But yeah, I got my masks. I wear them anytime I go into a place where there's people, basically. If I'm walking around by myself or running by myself, I don't wear one. In fact, I make a point when I run to not run where there's many people. If I see people, I get on the other side of the street. I run in the middle street, whatever. But yeah, when I'm going to a place where, business or whatever, yeah, I definitely got mine. Thoughts on abolishing the police? In some instances, in some cities, that would actually be a better idea than keeping things as a status quo. I can't speak for everyone in every situation, every police department. I can't do that. But I know here in Long Beach, we'd be much better off if we abolished the Long Beach Police Department and do as we once did for a short time in the past, which is hire or contract the Los Angeles County Sheriffs to do our policing. That way, too, they wouldn't be influencing who wins as far as city council members. They wouldn't be influencing who's going to be our mayor. It'd be just a more transparent way of having law enforcement work here. So yeah, there are situations where I think that's would be a really good idea. If you have a great functioning non-corrupt police department, you probably don't need to do that, But that's not what my life is here in Long Beach. Ours is corrupt to the core and needs to be abolished, at least totally built up from the top down. What do I think about legalizing all drugs? I've always thought it was kind of weird how, especially before like marijuana became legal, how you can go to jail for a decade or longer for smoking weed while, if you're getting drunk all the time and abusing your family, that's okay. Be abusing pharmaceutical prescription drugs, that's okay. It just seems to incarcerate way more people than need to be. I mean, typically drug laws incarcerate people who are not typically criminals, and that's a waste of lives. These people's lives in jail, it's a waste of taxpayer money. So if that's going to be the result of it, it sounds like a good idea. Let's see. Yeah, maybe Hawaii. Someone was asking earlier, what's the nicest or coolest place? Yeah, I've been to Hawaii a few times in my life. I guess that's not too bad. If I had to spend the rest of my days in Hawaii, wouldn't be a bad thing. Let's see. Yeah, let's not talk about pet diets here. I'm not an expert on pet diets and nutrition. I've really not done much study into that. My I've done a little bit more research into is human and plant-based and vegan diets, and that's why I can call shenanigans when someone like John Venus asserts that vegan diets are not optimal for most people or all people or whatever nonsense he said in the last video. Let's see, how many bananas do I typically eat in a day? Around 8 or so, roughly. Depends on their size and how much activity I've done, because I usually do my exercise in the morning and then I have my banana smoothies. So if I really went for a hard workout or a run that wore me out, I'll have maybe 9 or 10 bananas, but typically around 8 bananas. That's what I had today, and I did some stretching and 100 push-ups. Not all in one go, but that was my workout today, and I felt 8 bananas felt perfect. What vegetables are high in selenium? That I don't know off the top of my head. So if any of you guys know, paste it in the comments chat down below. Have I met Earthling Ed? Yeah, I met him at LA Veg Fest maybe 2-3 years ago. Really nice, chill, sweet dude. Yeah. How do I deal with my diet while traveling? What do you mean deal with? It just, it works, like if we're going to if we know where we're going, like on a trip, I'll search on Happy Cow. I guess that's maybe what you're looking for, and see what cool vegan restaurants are around. If we're staying at an Airbnb, on top of that, I'll make sure we can where the markets are and hopefully make food where we're staying. So that's what I try to do. Try to be able to make basic foods, at least be able to make breakfast, bring oatmeal and milk or buy some oatmeal and milk and know where all the vegan restaurants are. So that's how I do it. Wow, that is probably the biggest super chat tip I've ever got in my entire life, guys. I'm kind of shocked here. I've never even seen the red level tip here. So, CDN the third, I think you have the distinct honor of the largest super chat tip I've ever got in a live stream. So thank you so much. And once again, all 3 super chat tips have not even wanted me to answer a question or anything like that. Just wanted to show your support. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And look on Twitter here at Ryan Lum. And it's also Happy Healthy Vegan, but it's me. I'm the one that runs the Happy Healthy Vegan Twitter, and you'll see a super big shout out there thanking you for your tip there. So thanks so much, CDN the third. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much. Really, wow, this really helps out because yeah, it's been tight for us. You know, we don't get tons of views or anything like that. You know, so it's every month's kind of a struggle for us to like keep things together. And some months there's, you know what life is like. You don't even need me to tell you. There's more expenses than others. Things break or go wrong. So thank you so much. Much appreciated. Yeah, high rollers tonight. That's a good way to describe it. Timothy, you're one of them. So thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate this. Yeah. Oh, CDN is a Twitch streamer. Wow. Okay. Cool. And people have been telling me I should like check out Twitch streaming. What do you guys think? Should I check out Twitch streaming or should I just stay here on YouTube? What are your guys' thoughts about that? I should have asked you guys this years ago or months ago. You know, people have been telling me it's cool. You know, I should check it out. But it'd be kind of hard to start from 0 on there again, you know, 0 followers and stuff like that. So I don't know. You guys tell me. Yeah, the cherry fund is up, Action Constanza. Hopefully there will be cherries Sunday at Farmers Market because there weren't any last week, but they said they should have some this week, and I will buy a lot of cherries, and I will be thinking of CDN the third about that. Yeah, I've never been on Twitch either, Kay. Yeah. Log A Birch, cool. I'm glad your streams cheer you up. I plan to keep on doing it. I've been doing this for years, guys. I have to go back in my video history here on YouTube and see when I first started them, but I think I've been doing them for like 3 years at least. 4 years, something like that. I enjoy doing live streams. I've been doing them back before there was such a thing as super chat tips. I just did them, you know, because I enjoyed doing them. They added that functionality on, like last year or something like that, maybe the year before, but yeah. I just enjoy doing live streams as part of what we do here. You know, it's fun to make regular non-live videos, more slick and polished videos, but I enjoy this live aspect of interacting with people and seeing you guys, you know. It's cool, too, when we do our video premieres for our new videos. It's cool to see a lot of you guys come to the video premiere and chat with us, too. So it's all good. This is all fun. I like having vegan community. So anyway, check this out. Can you guys see this here? I got like this bump on my arm. I think I'm gonna have to go to like the doctor or dermatologist, check it out. I'm not sure what it is. It's more red now. I think it may have got sunburned when I was out playing basketball. It's like I don't know, I'm not sure what it is. Hopefully it's all cool. But yeah, I'm gonna get that, have a look, see what's up with that. Just kind of, if you see me looking at my arm, that's what's going on. Hench Herbivore made a great video on sphaerage. A new one or old one? Because I know he's made a few videos about sphaerage. I'd prefer not to make videos about that dude. If John Venus wanted to debate me on nutrition, hell yeah, I would totally do it. No, I mean, I would totally have a live debate with John on vegan nutrition. Yeah, I doubt he would want to, but if he were somehow wanted to do it, yeah, I would totally do it. Now, I'm not sure what it is, Trace. It's like a little bump. I've had it for a while. I wasn't too concerned because I had something like this on my leg like maybe 10, 15 years ago. I went to the dermatologist and they removed it. It said it wasn't anything bad, like cancer or anything like that. So it looked like the same thing, but now it's all red. And I wonder it's because if I went out in the sun yesterday and maybe it got burnt more than my regular skin did. I don't know. So I've had it for a few months. It was smaller. So I'm just going to get it looked at just to be safe. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Sucks. Farage drinks his own girlfriend's breast milk and calls us deficient. Law, really? His girlfriend does that for him? Wow. Yeah, I should put some aloe on it. Yeah, it is a little sore. I'm not sure what. Maybe I don't know what's going on. Maybe I squeezed it or something. I was just trying to figure out what it is. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's why I was kind of, okay, it wasn't red before like today, so maybe I should go to the dermatologist. So I'm going to call them up on Monday. What is that, Timothy? Um, I'm gonna Google that. I'm gonna try to keep that in my browser. I'm sorry, my computer's memory there. What is dermo dermatofibroma? What is it? And is it something I should be like worried about? I did Google like bump on arm a while ago, and it didn't seem like from the pictures I saw was anything like scary. But let me know what that is, Timothy. Quite curious. Are you a doctor? You look like you might be a doctor by your profile. Hey, let me know what that is, if it's something I should be worried about or not. Let's see. Lol. Okay, I'll let you guys. I'll see what you come up with there for me, Tim. Yeah, it'd be cool if you want to do some telemedicine here. That would be quite appreciative. Okay, not a doctor. Okay, but you're saying if it is that, they are benign. I figured it probably is. I saw what like skin cancer looked like. It looked like it was it was big and discolored. It didn't look like what it had, but it is starting to be a little uncomfortable now that it's red for the first time. Which I attribute to being out in the sun for an hour and a half yesterday. Um, anyway, let's see. What's that? Ahmed, did I eat 10 bananas a day whole or in smoothies? How long till I reach my weight loss goals? Those are two unrelated questions, but I actually today I had 8 bananas in my smoothie, and and I usually don't do this, but later on in the day I felt a little munchy and I didn't want to make lunch, so I had a couple bananas just on their own whole. But I'm not eating bananas for weight loss. In fact, I weigh more now than I did like 4 odd years ago when I started doing these live streams. Probably about 10, 15 pounds more. But that's a function of how I'm eating the same for the most part, but that's how I'm exercising. I don't do all these long, extended aerobic workouts. Back then I was doing like 10-mile runs all the time. On Sundays I'd go for 13-mile runs just for the heck of it, for training by myself, half marathons. But now I'm doing more strength work and basketball, and I still do run, but I don't, if I do 5-6 miles a week spread out over 2-3 runs, that's kind of more how I roll right now. Does it hurt? Not really. The redness may be a little sore, but when I touch the actual bump part, no, it doesn't hurt in the slightest bit at all. But the red part, which I think is a sunburn, maybe, I don't know. That part does hurt a little tiny bit. Um, let's see. What you guys telling me here? Fruitify. Okay, so what's going to happen to this, guys, on Fruitify? Will it just kind of go away? Let me get it up close to the camera, see if I can give you a good view of it here. Um, let's see. Yeah, it's right there. It looks more shiny in this light, but you can maybe see the bump part right there. And there's kind of a red part around it that seems like irritated maybe from the sun I was in yesterday. So let me know what you guys think. And I've had it for a few months. It was smaller. I think I noticed it maybe 2-3 months ago. It was like a tiny, tiny thing. It's just kind of slowly growing now. I just keep thinking it's going to stop, right? So let me know what you guys think about that. Anyone that knows anything about that. They can stay on the skin for years, but are nothing to worry about. You had them removed 5 years ago in the lab test. That's what happened to me. I had something like this on my knee 10, 15 years. I don't know, it was a while ago, maybe 10 years ago, like around my knee. And it looked kind of like the same as this, and I was kind of worried back then. So I had the dermatologist look at it. He thought it was probably all right, but he removed it just to be safe. And the lab confirmed it was all right, So I'm just kind of wondering, should I do the same? I'm a little concerned. I maybe should have what do you guys think? Should I have a professional look at it just to be safe? Yeah, maybe it could be a cyst. I don't know. I'd just rather not go to the doctor right now with coronavirus like spiking. But I want to catch it in case it gets worse. Like go now before it gets worse and coronavirus gets worse in California, because it's getting worse all the time. All right, yeah, I think I should go get it looked at. Now that it's like looking a little more gnarly with the red burn around it. That's what kind of concerned me today. Like, wow, how come it's like red all of a sudden? The only thing I could think of was, I told you, I was out in the sun yesterday for an hour and a half in the broad, like from like 11:30 in the afternoon to like 1 So peak sunlight. It could be an alien too. Who knows? Huh? Probably not. Hey, Sonia, how's it going? Yeah, because it grew algo. I should take advice from strangers on YouTube instead. No, I just want to get your opinions. I'm not saying I'm going to base it solely off what you guys are saying, but I do like to see if anyone has any, experience with stuff like this. Like, so that's what we do here. We share our experience, and you're not supposed to take anything we say like with absolute certainty, like we're giving you the truth. Just use it as additional information to come to your own informed decisions. That's what I'm doing with you guys here. If you guys could help me out. Concerned mom is concerned. Well, you're concerned mom, right? Okay, yeah, hopefully it's the same thing that happened before. Whatever happened to me randomly 10 years ago or randomly happened to me again. I kind of remember too, I think I was playing with, like, if you guys can see these little red spots here on my arm. Let me show you. They're all over my body. See this thing here? I got them on my chest. I got them all over. And I think I may have picked it, maybe, one of these red spots. I forgot what these are called, too. I've had them forever. I may have picked it, and maybe it got it infected or something, and it became this weird thing. I don't know. But I'm falling apart. Yeah, blame it on the vegan diet, huh? That's what I just said in an interview recently on this plant summit. It's like, we're vegans, especially vegan YouTubers and Instagrammers, influencers, whatever you want to call us, are held to this highest standard. If, anything goes wrong with us, it's a fault of the vegan diet. But the flip side is, if we accomplish great things, it's never because of the vegan diet. If you make it to the Olympics as a vegan weightlifter, it was not because you're vegan or whatever, So it's this weird catch-22. If you catch a cold, it's because of your vegan diet, whatever. Does the lump move? It doesn't really move much. I mean, a little bit, yeah, but you can't like shove it all around. But it's not like a rock or anything like that. It's a little hard, but soft, little softness to the hardness, if that makes sense. Yeah, James, I did call the dermatologist's office that I went to from the past. I called them today in the afternoon. They said all their schedulers had left for the day and to call back on Monday. So that's what I'll do. I'll put some aloe vera on it in case I'm right that it has something to do with a sunburn reaction or something like that. So I'll put some of that on. Hey, you leaving, Tracy? Oh yeah, you got to get out there. Yeah, before it's dark. Yeah, fortunately it's still, we have a little bit of time. But thank you so much for moderating, Tracy. Love you guys. And I saw what you guys purchased, some exercise gear, some weight gear. So that's cool. Questions. Where can we get fit? What kind of question is that, Russell? Redo your question there. Does it move? I mean, does the lump move? Not really. I mean, it's not like fixed like a rock, but not really. It doesn't really move, I would say. I would say it's more on the not move side. Hematoma from an unusual impact, Larry? I don't have any weird impacts there. This happened I first noticed it after the whole quarantine lockdown started, so nothing happened. I said the only thing that may have happened is I may have started picking around there, one of these weird little red spot thingies on my arm here. I may have just picked it one time, maybe even doing a live stream. Sometimes I catch myself doing that. So if it was a spider bite, would I still have it 3-4 months later? Eke Cristo? It's not a pimple to pop. It's not that. So what is lipoma, Amanda? You've said that a few times. It's nothing horrible, right? That's probably what I had 10 years ago when they removed the thing on near my knee. Yeah, skin issues. Yeah, they can be a little freaky, when you see weird things happening. But I'll see if this redness goes away after a normal amount of days, like a sunburn does. We'll see. A fatty lump. Don't touch it. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to touch a Kika. I think that's a problem. I think I was getting concerned today and touching it. Maybe that made it red. Okay, I will trust. Okay, I know you worked for a surgeon. Don't touch it. Keep it clean. Apply warmth to it. Okay, I don't know how to apply. How would I apply warmth to it? What would you suggest? Yeah, it could be a cyst. Angie reminded me too when I told her about this that I had a cyst, I think on my back. a long time ago, maybe like 15 years ago, and I had it removed. I don't even remember that, you know. So I don't know why I don't remember that, but she reminded me about that. What is a yeet watermelon? Is that a vegetable? If so, I guess I don't have it. No, I don't use sunscreens. I just make a point to like really be mindful about when I'm out in the sun and what the UV rays are. I look on my phone or watch to see what the UV rays are, and you can just tell if it's like cloudy or if it's full on sun. So I just be really mindful about to not overdo it when there's strong UV. And plus, I build up a base tan, which I like to describe it in the wintertime. I'll sit outside shirtless at high noon for like maybe like half an hour, do that a few times a week, if possible, time permitting and weather permitting. So when summer comes, I already have some protection on my skin, the tan buildup, the light tan buildup. So yeah, anyway, just drinking water here, Taylor. Yeah, hopefully it is produce. Yeah, hopefully it's just a. What are you saying, Amanda? Nothing bad, a fatty benign tumor. Yeah, I'm just starting to. Yeah, just. I thought it would just like go away or stop growing, and I would just be at peace with it because I'm cool with that. If I can, I'll just not go to the doctor. But now it's to the point where I think I'm just gonna go now. It hasn't done either of those two things, you know. Cysts can get hurt or get infected, so I guess maybe it needs to get removed. No, I don't think it's rabies. No animals have bitten me there. Have I heard Shane Dawson's comments, Kate? No, what's going on in Shane Dawson's comments? Is there something going on right now? Little Frog, this is a vegan channel, so what do you think about if we like pork or if I like pork? What's your honest answer? What would you say if you were a betting person? Let's see, Russell Harris, what is my favorite exercise machine and why would I use it? To be honest with you, I don't really use any machines, like quote unquote machines at the gym. I mean, like the elliptical or runners or things that isolate. Like, I just kind of would use basic stuff there, like benches and barbells and stuff like that when I can safely go to the gym. So the closest thing to a machine would be like a bench, I guess. Battle ropes, that's not a machine really. So I don't really use too many machines, to be honest with you. I'm with you, Amanda. I'll try not to stress, but I'm going to call Monday and schedule an appointment to get it checked out again. So thanks for the super chat tip, guys. All of you guys, Timothy, Julia, and CDN the third, because the way my insurance works out, any trips to the dermatologist are completely out of my pocket. So yeah, what you guys donated here will hopefully cover the first appointment. Hopefully they won't want to like do some kind of expensive removal surgery or anything like that. If they say it's nothing bad and you're not gonna die or anything like that, I'll just leave it, unless they say there's risk of infections and stuff like that, then I'll think it over. Let's see, to get it warm, Kika, use a warm wet washcloth. It may reduce the thickness of the liquid in the cyst. I will try that later on tonight. Thank you so much, Kika. I will definitely. That sounds just kind of soothing anyway. And maybe put some aloe vera on it when I'm all done. That's funny, Ray Slever. Turn the joke on that person. Let's see. If I've ever had SIBO, no, I've never had SIBO before, Jared. I've only seen that happen with as far as vegans go, with those who recently quit vegan and did some extreme dieting, like extended stints raw or extended fasts, stuff like that. I've never seen it happen to someone just who didn't already have SIBO ahead of time. Someone who was perfectly healthy and just had a balanced, normal kind of vegan diet like I do have it. So no, I have no experience with the SIBO, so I can't give you any personal anecdotes about that. That's kind of Goji man's wheelhouse. Let's see, Dad one, what are you talking about there? Not available. Is that it, Timothy? John Venus would tell me if I consumed deer, hunted my own deer, like there's just deer running around anywhere near here. You have to drive like 100 miles probably before you find deer here. Anyway, yeah, that would cure my little thingy here, huh? I guess John might argue that kind of point of view now. Shungite? Never heard of it before. Meat Eaters Cringe. What is that? Well, hopefully it's not a tumor, King Carb. That's the whole thing. If it's like a cyst or something like that, you know? Yeah, we'll see. Okay, Kay's telling us what Shane Dawson did. He called a child sexy. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Why would I watch Shane Dawson for? I mean, yeah, gross. You know, I mean, nothing personal about him. I mean, just why? I just don't relate to Shane Dawson. I've seen a few videos that, you know, about him over the years. I just doesn't seem like, hey, I want to follow what this dude's doing. He seems to have it all figured out, or he seems really cool. I want to follow his life, you know. You know, it doesn't seem like the kind of dude I want to, like, you know, learn much about. You know? He seems like a decent guy. I'm not saying he's a bad person. It just, you know, I mean, most people are like that. Most, you know, YouTubers, I don't follow them like Casey Neistat or stuff like that, or Joe Rogan or whatever. God, those guys are cool. I want to see what they're doing. I just, you know, I'm not that kind of guy. Oh, what did I say, Taylor? What did I say? Hey, Groovy Lisa. How's it going there, Groovy Lisa? Yeah, I guess maybe that's what I'm trying to say. Like Shane Dawson, he's more for younger people. Even though I know he's not really young himself, but he seems to have an appeal for younger people. Like back in the day, you know, like 5 years ago, people saying, "Why aren't you watching like Fully Raw Christina?"